Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing this fine, wonderful day today? DJ Weiler with you for another wonderful episode and day of building and sandboxing and just relaxing here. And my camera's doing awesome. This way. There we go. Excellent. Still got a little bit of maintenance to do here tonight. And we've been trying to do that big I figure I'll go the minimal overlay today. Let's get some people in chat, and then we'll go to our chat a little bit. So now we got a lot to do today because I've been thinking over the last week of what we're going to be doing here in the Northeast. And actually, as you can see here, I've got a couple of tests things I've been doing. The Northeast test, which is the map we've currently been working on. So I've done, but I started that again this week as another test. Basically to see if there was a better way for me to lay out the tracks. So I think there is, but we're starting to pay a little messy again, starting to get a little bit of a pain in the butt to where we can get stuff to these certain cities. And of course we did a Southwest test, so I'm thinking of doing a Southwest map at the near future here for the stream. So we'll be doing that as well. But yeah, Northeast test. So let's load into our map here. Plus this map has been crashing a little bit of late as well. So I think it's because we've got a lot going on there. So I think we're going to do some deconstruction today. I was debating on whether to restart again for the third time this map and just go with our test. Get that stuff built up, but all our cities and stuff are pretty built up here now on this map, and I hate to restart all that progress. So I think what we're going to do, we're just going to deconstruct a lot of our rails here and sort of try to mimic what I did in that test. And the one interesting thing about the test as well um, is that I noticed that some of the raw materials, the resources, have changed. They're not the same. So that's another reason why I say, well, we'll just stick with this map. We'll just deconstruct, delete a lot of these rails here, and just redo the rails again, fresh. Because you know, it just the way some of the raw materials and stuff switched around, I didn't really. I wanted to stick with this map here, which is the one we've been using. Let me see here. I did want to update. There was something I wanted to update here. Let's throw this down here. This is a little bit covered up with all our wonderful cheers here. So we'll throw this. You know, let me throw this up here. It makes better sense there, I suppose. So it's not completely in the way of our screen here, but you know, it is there. And of course, I want to see the cup refill because that's always fun. So thank you everybody who has followed, subscribed, and cheered so far. It is so much appreciated. Um, you know, it's a start. It's a start of growing the stream, even making it even better and bigger. And your subscriptions and cheers will definitely help go a long way with that. So let's get the cup to refill here, just so everybody can see it pour down. Oh, it's so fun. Pretty soon we'll hit 150 followers, and we'll have our mini marathon stream sooner rather than later. And then there was something here. I did want to. So there's a new Capigen. So I definitely did want to do that too. Now I think this is the old one here, so let me see this properties. Yeah, so we've got to use our new Stream Elements Capigen, and I want to test that out just to see, basically just see how the performance is, because I definitely want to use this for Friday for Minithon Extra Life 100 follower celebration stream. But I know the last time I did a mini-thon with Kappa Gen on, in addition to a whole bunch of other stuff, our affiliate, when I did our affiliate celebration stream, OBS and the stream were really bogging down. So we'll use this as our little test, since Railroads here isn't as resource intensive. We'll start with that and then see how things go when we move to City Skylines here. So let's get this. That, okay. So we'll do that. Good. So let's bring this guy out wide here. And let's do our test here. Hello, map. Hello, Mr. Map. We want to do that. And we'll work on deconstructing our rail lines here. Let's, that's one thing we're going to do, because the kids are so happy. We're so proud to have the kids as official emoticons on Twitch. So let's really get something going here. Let's see what happens. Boom. Oh, there we go. There we go. Excellent. Yes, that works beautifully. I like that. Beautiful. So we'll leave that as is for the time being. Captain, please. Thank you. There we go. I'm going to move you like that. There we go. That's exactly where we want it. Excellent. Okay. Now we can get on with doing what we're doing here, because this is going to be pretty intense here. Ooh, that's not what I wanted to do. No, resume game. All right, so we are going to deconstruct here. Essentially what I want to do is now run New York here. We don't have that here. We don't have our manufactured goods line. Let's run into New York here. So we got this coming out into here. Yeah. Essentially what I ended up with, what I was able to do on our test redux here is go from Washington to Frederick, up here to Harrisburg, all the way Williamsport, Wilkes-Barre, Scranton. We came down this way through Easton, and essentially we came up through Trenton, Newark, into New York. There's one continuous rail line there, not unlike what we did for the passenger and mail lines. That's sort of how I want to do this. Then what I ended up doing, I was so tempted just to restart with our test, but let's do it. We're really going to do it. Because again, we started with Washington, then what we did, we continued it, we went from Washington, up through Easton, through here, through Dover, to Cape May, Vineland, and then stopped in Atlantic City. And of course I looped it around in Atlantic City to come through and connect into Newark. So what this means is that, first things first, we're going to deconstruct all our raw material supply lines here. We're just going to get rid of them. Which means, of course, first we have to start by getting rid of the trains. So we're going to be going all new engines again. This is almost 300 years old, over 250 years old. So that... of course, we gotta get rid of these tracks. So I'm almost I'm very almost tempted to I guess I can get rid of that too, then I can just rebuild the things. To just destroy all rails and then restart completely fresh, even the mail and passenger ones. Just to end up making my life a bit easier here, I think. There's somebody's on that rail, huh? Don't want to. Oh, I could turn on. That doesn't really matter. Eventually, I should say. Because here, you know, here it's really a mess coming out of Atlantic City. Dover over here is a mess, so this is a real mess.
All aboard!
You know, I think I just might do that. I might just destroy everything. Alright, let's do it. But there's a different trains we can see. They're out here all over the place. You. So this is turning into a real mess. I just don't like it. I just don't like it. But we'll wait to do that. I think what I'm going to do is release the manufacturing as well. Because the good thing about just instead of restarting from fresh, as you can see, Wilkes-Barre's done it now, is that we at least get to maintain everything here, our growth progress for the wood, for the raw materials, as well as the city. So my main reason for doing it this way is just to maintain at least the progress of our supplies and cities here, instead of starting fresh all the way. That's what I'm hoping to make. Get all these little pieces of track in. That covers everything here. York bound. We just have mail, passenger. Alright, so we got some stuff we need to get rid of here. We don't want to get rid of the city, but thanks for that. I think too is maybe redoing some of our mail passenger lines too. Are you doing all this here? Well, hello there. Hi. You want to watch it again? Well, you were sleeping. You fell asleep the whole time. How you doing, Pumpkin? Want to watch it again? Okay. I'll put it back on for you. Hold on. Relax. Alright, we'll get to take care of the wee one here. Alright, there we go. We got Jane the Tiger back on for the wee one. Okay, so good. Oh, we got the wee bit of track there. I hate that. I hate those track there. Okay, so good. I think that actually, oops, here's up Jersey here. Now all we have left here in Jersey and New York should be our mail and passenger routes. Yes, okay, good. Now for this massive messes. See, a little tiny bit of track there. That's such a big. You. You gotta get out of my way here, pal. And in this test that I've done this past week, it actually the layout, or I guess the spawn of the raw materials actually made it a little easier for laying out the raw material lines and the manufactured lines, which just figures, but this is where we want to go. But I don't want to lose too much. I don't want to start completely over and lose all that progress we've done, since we've already restarted once already. Now here is the killer with mail and passenger. This is all mail and passenger here, so this is one of the things they might end up changing here. Do I even have a line on here? See, I don't even have anybody going this way, do I? So I don't even have these rails used at all. All that work. I gotta start all over again. Killing me here. Killing me. I knew I should have saved it once I finished Jersey. Ah, such is life. Such is life. See, that's one of the reasons why I was debating on doing a new map, or at least doing this. Is where the crashes we were experiencing here. About saving it, and I didn't save it. So at this point, that's sort of frustrated me a little bit, that crash. I'm almost tempted just to go into a test map and do that to make my life, just to do it. But I do want to see frustrating. After I delete the train. Come on. That's what we want to highlight. Thank you. Alright, are we clear here? Piece of track right in here. Might as well read this one out too while we're here, huh? Good. Yeah. You drop off and here. Yep. Ends up as this map keeps crashing. Start again anyway with our test map. Even after I do all this. Can't do that one. Alright, so far so good. Hiding in here. Delete. Yeah. Okay, I think that's good. Now I think we're clear. We just have our mail and passenger lines left. Yeah, in Jersey, New York again. So let's save. Going to World Northeast Reconstruction. We'll save under a different file name just in case for now. So we are over here, taking care of all of this kind of business. So they put imperfections in building the drill in there. Okay, can't do that in any way, I think. Both of these are unused, so we're getting rid of them for now. And we'll rethink that idea. Automobiles, of course they do. Minute there scared me for a bit. This was a pain in the butt too. All that work on that just got to get back there. Well, on at least oops. That would do a solution. You delete you too. And let's do this too. Reconstruction. Alright. This turn. Yeah, this. There's somebody on that one, huh? We're sure we're safe here, though. Oh my god. Okay. I guess that so we can get rid of them. You. 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 So by the time we're done here, we'll just be back to the basics here with our mail and passenger lines. And thank God we're in train table mode here, because there's no way I'd be able to do this if we weren't. I mean, cost-wise and all that good stuff. So that's what makes, you know, sandbox, train table, whatever you want to call it, enjoyable. Because then, you know, you can just like you're playing out there in your living room. Your Lego trains, or down your basement with your miniature model trains, you can take it apart and redo as you see fit. Yeah, let's do this stuff here. Killing me here, killing me. that one. We couldn't delete that one anyway. There, go away, because I never, even after I got you up and running last week, finally, I just didn't like it. It'll be on again. You got three or four episodes on that disc, Gab, so it'll be on. Don't worry. It'll come back on again. You just go sit down and watch. When Sissy's up, we'll get you guys breakfast. You need to go back to sleep anyway. You're up way too early this morning for all the activity you went through last night. You know what I'm saying? Cleaning up, we are cleaning up our lines. I don't necessarily need to delete these here because I think the path they ran is sort of the path I wanted it to run, but we're gonna do. I want to do it anyway. Oh, yep, stopped working again. So let's. Good thing I just saved not too long ago. I hope it won't give me too many problems here. Like this after I redo everything, because if it keeps crashing like this, then I may have to go to the other map, and that would just be sad. Well, we might go with our southwest map then at that point. Let's start our southwest building. For realsies this time. Actually, I might just go with the test run since I really haven't done that much of that one. I'll just lay down the initial tracks there, Lee. Yeah, I guess I ain't mowing lawn today either. Alright, let's see what I have to redo here. Okay, all of this there. So yeah, I don't think it crashed once when I was doing either of those tests too, so. It's probably got something to do with the fact I'm streaming too. Oh, come on. Select it. I want to select here. Oh, hello, Pumpkin. Yeah, I see that you colored this crayon on the table. Yes, you color on the paper, not on the table. On the paper, that's right.
My baby didn't color on the paper.
Yeah. You want breakfast? You want oatmeal? Okay, we'll get you some oatmeal here. We'll get you oatmeal in just a second. I just want to get back to where we were before we crashed here. But you know what? Let's save so we don't lose. Oh, that little bit. So I do hopefully before we have to end the show today, I want to get the building here. So we do have, I do have about an hour and a half. I'm giving myself up to 10:30 today before we switch over to Skylines. Because I do want to make sure I have a good couple of hours for Sea Skylines today too. I think that clears us out here. So Jersey's done, Maryland is now done. big you are, Williamsport. There's something on that one. Nobody on this one. We'll upgrade you, huh? I wonder if I lost my progress in Newark. Let's see, let's head on over to Newark real quick here. We still have to build up Reading too. Reading, Lancaster. The last two cities we actually have to build up. No, we still got progress in Newark. Now we do have supply, manufacturing here. We do have manufacturing here. I just got you. There you are. You're waiting? Well, you wait no more. Now we can just do this. No passengers, right? Yes, sir. Now comes the fun part here. Alright, good. There we go. Technically, which one runs mail passage? See, that's why I want to check all my mail and passenger lines too. See if I can't make any adjustments for those somehow. So I think this is our manufacturing good line, which I may leave because this is how I had it. I did have these on the inner route here for manufactured goods. Okay. Oh, let's Down here. See, I was sort of tempted to do on the test, just to leave the game running and allow all the cities and stuff to build up that way too. That way they'd all be built up and stuff. But I said, nah, let's try this one first. I think that covers everything like that. We're back to the basic mail and passenger lines. Yeah, we're in good shape. Okay. Let's save this one last time. Trains, here we go. Alright, good. So this shows. Let's use supplies, and let's use demands. Okay, good. That just is the Harrisburg Zephyr. The Atlantic City Flyer. Philadelphia Allentown. New York to Newark. Atlantic City to Trenton. Harrisburg to Williamsport. Washington to Easton. Okay. So those are all the trains we've got left right now. So first things first, let's readjust these routes, I think. So I'm almost tempted just to delete these guys and restart the routes again. Frederick's 4 and 1. Baltimore 6 and 3. Washington 6 and 4. Easton. So what we do here is do a loop with these guys, sort of. Easton, Baltimore, Frederick. And maybe go up to Harrisburg. I think I may do that. So that'll be one line there. I'll loop all in there. And this would be our mountain one. We would go Harrisburg, Williamsport, Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, and maybe down to Easton. I probably should go down to Allentown. But then again, I can always go Harrisburg, York, to Allentown, and Easton here, huh? That's the thing. How do we want these to run? How do we want these boys to run? We want to go Washington, Harrisburg. We want to have Harrisburg and Washington connected. Let's see where this guy's at now. There he is. Let's check your route. Okay, so we already got, yeah, okay, so you already do go up that way. You already do the loop. There, back there to Washington. The thing is there, if you want to go to Washington to Frederick, you're going the longer way. It's, at the end of the day, you know what? I suppose that's fine. Because if we go Washington, Frederick, Harrisburg, Frederick, and then we would do that loop, we sort of eliminate this guy. So that route, that's good. So we'll leave that. So that's where we want it. Okay. So we've got that. Of course, we have this guy. This guy does the corridor here. So I don't think I necessarily want to change that. So this is this thing here. I don't have Easton connected to Dover. So you're going to Easton to Dover. You're going up this way to Harrisburg, making the connection change there. So I'm almost thinking maybe make a loop here. We'd have a loop with these guys here. Then we'd have these guys here. Or almost make a loop here too. We'd have a loop here. We'd have this loop here. This loop here. So we'd have New York to Jersey loop somehow. And then I almost think just have a short line here, a short line here. Guess we want to go New York to Philly. We gotta have a New York to Philly line.
I want my drink.
Well, it should be in the refrigerator. Get it. If not, let me know and let's see. Do you have a drink there? No? Alright, looks like I'm gonna have to get you a drink. So, I might do that. I might delete all these trains and redo the routes. Huh? It stings? Oh, it stings? Oh, the cake, yes, the cake. I get the cake. We got to drink the milk. We need to get rid of the milk before they... Here you go. You're welcome. Because really, I mean, game-wise speaking, all these things are metropolises now, so they're all major hubs where, I mean, in all reality, a lot of these towns really aren't those major hubs. They don't need a direct line. You almost want a direct line, Harrisburg to Washington, New York to Philly, Washington to Philly. Because really, at the end of the day, there is a line you can get from New York to Philly on without switching trains. So we can go here, here through this way, here, here, here. So the only thing is here we don't have a way to get to Washington. You'd have to go down here, go up to Harrisburg, then come back down to Washington. So I may, in fact, I may make, but then again, we'd have to go to Dover, and then we might be able to get there. Because really, this one, all right, you know what, we're going to delete this line here. So let's delete you. No, let's delete them all. Washington Flyer gone. They're all going away. We're deleting everybody. I just want to start completely fresh here. Boom. Yeah. All right. Deconstructive surgery here. You can say deconstructive surgery like crazy. All right, here we go. All right, so I do want to do this. I do want to get Easton into Dover. See, that really... All right, let's do this. Let's go with Baltimore, Eastern Washington. So let's go with our... We might not get it. Well, if we could probably do... What is this? Like an outer circuit, maybe inner circuit. We do an inner circuit. Yeah, that'd be fine. So it'd have to be the outer circuit to get up to the mountains for manufactured goods. I'm trying to think how I would possibly do a passenger line here, either into Dover or Aberdeen. I mean, I could do both. I could bring the passenger line up here, go into Aberdeen, go into Dover. But that would sort of, again, mess up perhaps our manufactured good lines. So and again, possibly what I could do is bring this guy again. Well, we're going around the back, so it would be really, really tough. If I were to do the inner circuit here, then I would have to hop over to an outer circuit here. Put the tray on? Okay. Your bear's gonna eat breakfast? We'll get you some oatmeal too. You ready for oatmeal? Okay. As I think about this in my head here. Oh, yeah, we gotta get you a bowl. Yeah. So, all these tough decisions. You want to help make it? Okay. Oh, careful with it. I don't want to make a mess. I want to make sure we get everything in your bowl. Let me check now, make sure everything's in there. Okay. Oh, we're going to put some water in it. Can you throw this away first? Oh, me throw it away? Okay. Oh my goodness, child. Now, don't eat it. Don't eat it until we cook it, Ab. Seriously. We'll put more water into this one because yesterday's was a little bit sticky, I guess you could say. It was not as mushy as we were hoping it would be. Yes, you have to eat properly. That's right. Yeah, it's like baby Finn eats oatmeal. So we'll throw this in for 20 seconds. Okay, you're going to push the buttons. Okay. 2, 0, start. All right, there you. Yes, you did it. You did it. All right. Yes, you cooked your oatmeal. That's very good. Okay, so let's go. Let's get a passenger line going here. Mail and passengers again. Okay.
Hi, Dad.
Hi, Abs.
I'm Amy.
Okay, let me see where we're at here.
I'm a visit.
Okay, let me mix it first. Okay, this looks better. This looks better. Looks nice and cooked. You want to sit down? You can mix it when you sit down. Okay, here you go.
I can make it.
How about you sit down in your chair and you mix it in your chair and you can sit with Daddy here. We'll move Bear here. Come here, sit down.
Can I mix it?
Yeah, sit down. You can mix it while you're sitting down. Here,
I can mix
come sit
it
down.
while I'm sitting down. I can bring my monkey.
Yeah,
I got it.
you got your milky? Well, let me lift you up then. Ready? Up we go. And hopefully not knock my microphone ahead. No, don't touch my cord, please. Because then that'll make bad sounds, and we don't want bad sounds.
I'm the cord.
There you go. Now you can mix it up and eat it to your heart's content. Here we go. All right, let's get the cord out of the way here.
I love you.
Yeah?
Because I love you.
Oh, yeah?
Because I love you.
What?
Because I love you.
You want us to eat in the living room?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, hold on. We'll go put her in the living room, and then we can get back to our building here.
Hey, Dodo.
It's over, but you got another one that's coming.
Hey, come in. Then Heaven's coming.
Yeah, he'll come back on.
He come back on.
Yeah.
I'm the
But she'll see
Aga.
the sisters up so we can get her diaper off and
Bye, Dino.
get some light on in here. Diaper off so you can trash out. Okay, here we go. Back to basics. Back to basics, baby. All right, here we go. What? Dry? Oh, very good. Awesome. Thank you. All right, back to basics here. All right, so let's go. See, I almost can do a loop here. So we'll do a loop here. I like that. So let's start in York. So we'll start in York. Then we'll go to Harrisburg. We'll go here, 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 here. We'll go here. We'll go here. And we'll go here. Let's see where she goes. There we go. Nice. I like it. I like it. So we'll confirm that route. Then we'll go here. New York. Trenton. Philly. Wilmington. Aberdeen. I can get to Washington. So right, we can't get to any of those. That's the key. Then Dover, perhaps? Now that, yeah, that's not the way. See, the thing is with my loop here now, I think about it's only going the one direction. So let's say you want to go to York and you need to go to Lancaster. Well, you're looping all the way around this way. So, you know what? Let's rethink that route.
All aboard.
Oh, it stopped working. Of course it did. It doesn't like all my changes. Oh, you're killing me, railroads. Fortunately, we're all saved up here, so okay. Alright, let's see where we're at here again. Thank you. Okay, so it just, okay, so we have our trains back, that's all. Have all our trains back, so that may have been a good thing here. Let's do this instead. Alright, so the Harrisburg Zephyr, where are you at? Let's check you. Check your route out. Alright, so you're the one doing that. Okay. Philly to Allentown. Switch your route here. Alright. Okay. So essentially the first two routes here is this and this. So Dover's right now the connecting point between those two routes. New York to Newark. And Philly. So Philly is the connecting point there. Okay. City to Trenton. Which is literally Atlantic City to Trenton. This is our mountain route here. Alright, so we just didn't see this. The differences between what we redid is that this is not, these are not included in the loop. So I may actually want to add Allentown to this loop here. So we go Harrisburg, Williamsport, Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, and Easton. then back here, then here, then here, then here. And that pretty much maxes that guy out. Alright, there we go. And what we can do is around here in New York. With those 4 guys, once of course these grow up. Okay. Alright, we'll stick with that one. Alright, so flyer. Now what do you do? Alright, you're okay, South Jersey into Dover. That's fine. So that takes care of this, we know. Okay. Washington and Easton. Right. Excellent. That's right. These guys are connected with the one line. So these guys are connected. All these guys are connected here. And we just have one line here. We got a line that takes us into Dover. And the New York line takes us into Dover as well. So maybe I'll go into Aberdeen. Or maybe just, let me see the New York line again. Okay, New York line doesn't go to Wilmington. The Philly line goes into Wilmington. So all the cities are hit, yeah. At least with one. This one only has the one line here. Aberdeen only has that one line. I think that works. So it's just these guys. So what we're going to end up doing is doing a line right into here. Or maybe, you know what? Maybe we could even go to Aberdeen instead. Or we can go in here, go to Aberdeen. It comes into York and comes back up that way. And then this, because York has only got the one terminal too. Come to think of it, yeah, York and Aberdeen only have the one. So maybe we can go, we'll do one. Even though these don't take mail and passengers yet, just set the line up now. All right, so let's do that. Let's do that. You don't need a whole heck of a lot. And we'll go down to Aberdeen, then to York, then back here. Oh, okay, so we might, New York's going to be a problem then, huh? That's odd. Alright, that's terrible. So, okay, it doesn't, I'm trying to think. Oh, because you know what? No, should, yeah, I don't look. Maybe we'll start in Aberdeen, York to Lancaster. Let's do that then. Let's see if that makes that route a little bit better. And it wants to loop all the way. Why does it want to do that? That makes no sense. Unless it can't get down to Aberdeen that way. You know why? I think that's what it is. You can't get back down to Aberdeen. So what if we do then this, then into Allentown, then back this way, then here, and then back to York. Let's see how this route delivers. Yeah, there we go. Then we could even possibly either throw Philly into this mix or Eastern PA. Go Reading, then Easton. So let me see here. Reading is stop 4, this will be stop 5, stop 6, stop 7, stop 8, stop 9. Yeah, we'd be sure to stop here. I think. Stop 9, stop 10. Then it would go back to Aberdeen. No, so no, we should be able to do it. Okay. Allentown. So delete that one. Delete that one. Delete that one. So then what we'll do is this. Then we'll go here. Then we'll go here. Then we'll go here. Then we'll go here. And that should take us back to Aberdeen. So let's take a look here. Aberdeen and goes back to York. Good, so I like that. I like that. But the ironic part is we've got so many. This corridor here is so used right now. We've only got like one line coming out of New York. Well, that's stuff we can deal with. Because really almost, I'm thinking, I'd almost want the major hubs. Washington, Harrisburg, Philly, New York, and even Atlantic City perhaps, to have connections with each other, but we'll go with that. We'll go with that. All right. We'll keep it under reconstruction for now. Oops. I'm hitting the wrong buttons here. Okay. Alright, so now what we want to do, again, figure out how we want to run our tractor, because we still don't have a connection from Easton to Dover. And you get to Dover to Easton or Baltimore, so that you'd have to go from Dover to Harrisburg. Maybe you can end down there, but at the end, you know, some things must be sacrificed. I think some things must be sacrificed. Because I really want to get even though we don't necessarily need a continuous manufactured goods route. But I want to try to have one just to make life easier for running lines here. Because at the end of the day, we would need Frederick, Baltimore, Easton, and Washington connected with a manufactured good route here. Pardon me. Well, be that as it may. Oh, looks like we got a really dinky piece here we need to delete. What we're going to do, we're going to double track starting right here and just go for it. And what I can do is have the double track no. Alright, so we're here with you. Don't you want to play that kind of game? And then now we're going to do a connection here. Yeah, no. Not quite like that, but thanks. I think we gotta just so you we have a piece we may have to delete here. Are you gonna crash on me again? Okay. Yep, that was the issue. We got a little piece here we got to get rid of first. Missed that little piece of the track here. Now we should be able to bring you down like this. Right into Easton. Oh, there you go. There's the crash we were waiting for. Southwest line here. I think at this point I need a break from the Northeast. Once this is all said and done here. Alright, so let's go again with our double track. One more time here. Yep, first things first. Then what I can do is start running our manufactured goods, but we'll still need overall materials. We'll have to get the raw material lines running here. I know, that's a lot of rail to build there. Game. Hang on, hang on. Hang on. Just bring you back over there. Try to keep things simple, trying to keep it simple. Alright, so once we get things going here and get more trains, get the raw manufactured goods going, we will actually end up saving this under the regular game file here. See if she crashes again. We're actually only going to plan it here first. Now we have the issue here where we actually can't get it to York unless we go up through this way. Just out of curiosity, let me see how I did run this. Take a look at our test file here. Talk about it, then we can talk about something else. When you feel jealous, talk about it. Then we'll figure something out. Oh, Sid Meier's Railroads. You're not liking what we're doing here, are you? Dulia. I got Firefox open too, because I've been doing some uploading here. Check here. This should all be done. Yes, it's all done. So I suppose out of Firefox anyway once we start our Sea Skylines portion of this morning's stream. We don't need to be over the ocean. What I do want to see is my connection up there. I actually did fully in the Trenton here. Again, here's our the loop on the inside for manufactured goods here. That's what we did. So essentially, there's our passenger line there. I brought the manufactured goods line out this way into Trenton. We looped it around here into Newark. It looks like we had. Then I think this is manufactured goods here, isn't it? Yeah, because this is one's mail passengers, the other's manufactured. So we did have, again, now this is a little different because of the needs and the resources that ended up showing up here. Essentially, that's what we did. So again, a little bit of a mess here it ended up being. But the good thing is, no, we live and learn, and we do. There's our fire of folks. Oh, come on here. Thank you. That, talking to myself here, as I am wont to do on pretty much any occasion. Okay. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, let's see where we're at. We're way up in the mountains here, which does us no good. No good. Alright, so this is where we're at over here. So essentially, that's the way it ended up working, so that's fine. So what we're going to have to do here, problem is here, Allentown's not as big as it is in my test, so we're going to have to disturb, or Easton rather, so we're going to have to disturb Easton quite a bit here. Let's pull, we're going to pull a double track in here, into Easton, right here. Whew. Then what I think we're going to do here, start the double track here in New York, and then move around, and we crash. I might be starting Sea Skyline sooner rather than later if this keeps up. See if I give you a little bit more processing power to see if that'll help too. It's amazing. Some games just bog down the stream, bog down OBS. Then we have these, like railroads, that just want to keep freaking crashing on me. All right, let's kill Dropbox because we don't need Dropbox anyway. I want to keep Discord running if at all possible, but let's see, railroads. Let's see, where is railroads? Here it is. So we'll set you to above normals. Yep, access is denied, so I gotta show processes from all users. Now I can do it. All right. Alright, let's give this a try here. Let's see if we can't get this our deconstruction reconstruction finished here for today, and then we'll see in a couple weeks, because you know what, next Monday we are on vacation, baby. And unfortunately I won't be, streaming will be not possible with the networks I'm going to be attached to. So we're going to bring it down here. I got to make sure I leave enough room here for the turn. Oh, you know what? That's what we're starting it from here, aren't we? Let's start from here. The problem is getting the turn and everything else situated here. So we want to go right about here with our double track. Okay. About to say, I'm waiting for it to crash on me again. Okay, there we go. Oh boy, it's almost in the river there. Alright, so now comes the not so fun part, is trying to get something to where it'll connect right. Trying to get right into there. If we bring you out right about here. Oh, you're not the engine we want either. I forgot to change the engine here. There we go. That's better. See if I can get the double track in without this thing crashing on us. So we go here. I think. Allow me a nice little connection there. Perfect. There we go. Excellent. Alright, good. Okay. Alright, good. So that makes one nice long manufactured goods rail line from New York all the way down to Washington. Through the mountains. Washington. So that gets quite a few seats connected. Now, of course, we still have this one here in Pennsylvania that connects everybody here with manufactured goods, so that's fine. So right now, everybody's connected up to a manufactured goods line, except for Baltimore and Easton. York is not yet connected. Nor is Dover. That's this. We're made behoove me to go check my test again to see how I actually ended up getting the V's connected. I'm almost thinking I had something coming up from Baltimore. Almost coming up from Baltimore to York. So we could probably do York. Cross here to Baltimore. Into Easton. And then bring her back out to Dover. Go from Easton to Dover, to Baltimore to York. And then Dover would go into Cape May, Vineland, and Atlantic City. Because these guys are already connected, so I don't necessarily have to connect manufactured goods there. We just have to make sure everybody can supply what everybody needs here. And then again, with the Atlantic City route, I think I did end up connecting into Atlantic City when we brought out to Atlantic City. Again. Just out of curiosity, let me go see. So make sure we're all saved up here, just to be safe. And hopefully it doesn't want to crash on me. Alright, load our test again. Yeah. The one saving grace is that it takes 20 seconds for this thing to load back up. So that's really the only saving grace about these friggin' annoying crashes here. Yeah, I'm curious to see how I did this. Whether I did it the way I want to do it now or not. Ooh, yeah. Breakfast definitely did not agree with me. So York is connected here, and it looks like that's what we did here. Baltimore up this way into York. And what we ended up doing was running this down through Aberdeen. So here it's a bit of a mess, more of a mess than I like. But then again, this is manufactured. But here I think we actually do run mail and passengers up this way, don't we? That's what we ended up doing here. So we have Baltimore. So that's how I solved the mail and passengers going up into Dover. It was essentially the Baltimore line goes into York and Aberdeen, and connects into the raw materials. So that's actually raw materials running into there. So I just have, wow, that's a mess. That's how I actually have it there. So the manufactured goods and the raw materials actually run on the same line there. These are the manufactured goods running up into York now. I have it this way into Aberdeen. And Aberdeen runs into the raw material. And so we have Easton running a manufactured goods and a passenger line up into Dover. Manufactured goods and passenger. And then we go into Cape May. And then there's that's our passenger that splits off. And we stop at Atlantic City, and then Atlantic City runs manufactured goods, I think, up into New York and Newark that way. Okay, that's right. So not, I mean, I don't. We'll Oh my God. Okay. One more time here. I do want to get this done here. Just doesn't like me switching load save game files here. Jago is touching death. Okay, so the question now is do I want to run a passenger line from Easton into Dover? Which I don't, at this point, I don't think I want to do that. So what I can do is run manufactured goods from Washington to Easton into Dover. So run this line up this way. So I think that's what we're going to do. And then maybe we'll just do, the problem here now is manufactured good wise, we'd only have York and Baltimore connected. So I think that's what I'm going to end up doing, is split off here. So we have Washington to Easton, which wouldn't really matter as long as Baltimore and York can supply each other with the three that we need here, which is the food, the manufactured goods, and the automobiles. Now, unfortunately, Baltimore only has steel available. Right now, so I mean, it does have food available. York only has paper available, so I would have to add those businesses, get raw materials to it. And then get the manufactured line going here. So that's a bit problematic. So what I'm going to do here is this. We're going to continue this line here all the way through to Baltimore. That gets Baltimore connected to the big industries there. To, well, the big line. Baltimore is now part of the New York line. So it's now it goes Baltimore to New York. And what we're going to end up doing is just having the terminus here at York. So we're going to bring Baltimore across into York. And I don't necessarily want Frederick. I don't want to throw another, and I don't want to, because then we need the raw materials coming in with Frederick. So we've got to figure that out. So what we're going to do is start here, go to right about here, and then we can, then again, let me see something here. Let's see if, can we bring it up like this? So I was thinking maybe coming around this way. So if we can save some distance and just bring York across to there, that might help. So we will do a little, we will do Double track in New York is here. There you go, this guy double track. And what we want to do here is start bringing her out this way. Don't give me way too steep to fire. Then we can bring her across this way. And bring you around, turn too sharp. We'll fix that later. This. And bring you out like this. Let's save this now in case it crashes on me. And then what we'll do, double track from here out to here. And then we should be able to single track this right here. And make that connection. Perfect. Okay. Because at the end of the day, what I'm hoping to do, which hopefully will make things, I can do it and make things a lot easier, is to have just one train going from New York all the way through this line, all the way up here into York. And it'd be maxed out, of course, with each of these three goods. But that means that each city is going to have to be able to supply and demand those goods. So we'll see how that happens. We'll see if we can get that done. Either that, or we'll just have to do a couple of different lines, but at least we can keep on the same track. So now what we're going to do here. Oh, this looks a bit messy here. I think it looks. So it looks like we got two signals here. So let me see if we can't clean this up a bit here. There we go. Ooh. Oh, excuse me. Well, that's annoying. There's just one little dinky piece here. Alright. I gotta do this. Let's just delete that. Then I'll finally be able to select that. And what we want to do is double track it again here and through. There we go. That's better. Thank you. That's much better. Now, of course, that don't look too pretty. But there ain't much I can do about that. It's just the way it is, unless I want to single track this to keep them separate. But that's it. There's only so much we can do. Okay, so now what we are going to do, however, is bring this manufactured good line out this way. That way we can start working things over. not pretty, but as long as it's functional at this point, some things I'll just have to deal with, right? This way. What we'll do is double track this and that from here, all the way up to Atlantic City. I guess before I do that, I should do this. And I think next time we rejoin this map, we will do our raw material lines again and all that good stuff. Because we are just done running out of time here. Cape May, all the way up here to Vineland, and then off here into Atlantic City. Okay. And hopefully you don't crash on me. So I think I gotta make another change to a train here. It's gonna crash. I'm just waiting for the crash sign to come up to me because it's locked up right now. Nope. No, okay, so you're normal. Okay. Alright, so let's save the game here. So I don't necessarily need this bit of track sitting there. Or not really bit of track. So leave that there for now. Get these guys connected. So essentially now at the end of the day, you know, we've got the cross track there, but we've got everybody connected now with one manufactured good line. From Atlantic City to New York. So these guys are connected. These guys are actually connected on the same route, just a longer way. So I could, at the end of the day, even bring another manufactured route out here into Trenton from Vineland anyway. So if I do the outside here, make it a little bit squirrely. And of course, I got these guys connected inside, so I think that actually gets everybody connected now to a manufacturing route, rail, or a rail that's going to be dedicated to a manufactured goods route, or line, whatever you want to call it. So we're good. We're good. So what we need to do now is get our raw material lines back in operation. But we'll save that for next time. And then we'll be back sort of where we started the show out with. But I like this. I feel more comfortable now. Crashes notwithstanding. I feel more comfortable now with how I've got my train routes laid out again. I like it a little bit better. Hopefully it'll set me up for better success in moving our manufactured goods now. It's just a matter of making sure everybody can supply everybody with the stuff they need. Making sure the raw materials can get to where they need now. So at the end of the day, I might just need a raw material line too here, just the way everything's set up. Do a third line all the way up and just use that one strictly for the raw materials between everybody. So we'll have to see how that works out. Another thing, because we've got, so we can do manufactured goods here if we throw in another. So we've got manufactured goods. We can do food. The tough thing is the automobiles, because that takes a couple of, that takes getting steel to a city, and that steel can bring that in automobiles, and then all that good stuff. But anyway, all right, that's where we're at here. We'll also be starting our south. We'll be doing our southwest line, I think, too. Take a break from the northeast here a little bit. But I think the next time we stream railroads here, we'll get some of our we'll get some of our raw materials up and running again. Because we definitely got to get stuff to Reading and Lancaster here. So this is going to be the issue. Oil and coal, basically oil and coal for these two guys. And that's what you demand, because because they're a power plant. That's the problem. It's got a power plant, so it provides nothing else. So I'd have to do oil and coal for manufacturing there too, somehow. Food, we gotta get food there too. The problem is we don't have any raw materials here, so it's gonna be tough getting them into these cities. This circle here, you'd have to come in from the outside, almost come out from over the mountains, but yeah, that's why I'm almost thinking having a third line here, at least starting in Frederick, or well, because we've got these here, even starting in Washington, and just have these connecting to that third line, those connecting to that, have him connecting to the third line, this guy connects, that guy connects, have all these guys connecting to that third line. He would connect into the third line, and then just run as we can, and have these guys come up this way. This guy could actually go to New York. These two guys would supply New York. Have these two come up into this way, and that's probably how we would have to do Reading and Lancaster. We'd have to run this line here. The problem is running it on the inside sort of breaks me here. I would almost have to have the third line come out this way, hop here, have it come down here, hop here, and that would be messy. Actually, no, because they'd be coming from the outside here, wouldn't it? Yeah, the third line would be coming up from the outside this way. So that actually here wouldn't be bad, because then we'd be able to stop her right down in here. We'd actually bring her right out here. And then it would just be a matter of getting Lancaster and Reading coming out through Allentown, and it would have to hop here, or going this way. Which just may work too, coming out this way, coming out around this side of York, hopping here, coming across, hopping here, then coming across, and they'd have to hop here too again. It's not ideal, but it may be the only way. Because then we'd have the line coming up this way. So we'd come over here. The question is, how would I hop it here? It'd be messy in here. So we'll have to see. We'll have to figure that out. That's going to take some thinking and some planning. But I think the third having the raw material track line, at least from Harrisburg up to Scranton, makes sense. That'll help keep things neat. Then we'll have the raw material line coming into New York for these two guys. And I think for the most part we can do separate just bring a raw material line in here, keep them connected. So these two guys would be coming in here. We'd have a raw material line into Newark. We'd have to figure out Trenton. Trenton would be the problem because again, we hopped this, which we would have to do again because of the way the cross track is here. But something to think about for next show. Let's get on with City Skylines here, I think. Yeah? So we'll take a quick break here as we. What the heck is this? All right, why? Why? Wow, that's a mess. So let's fix this first. That, why? Why? Why did you make this mess? This is a mess. That's better. Nope, not good. Might as well save it, huh? Alright, there we go. That's better. Okay. Take a quick break here. We're just going to keep the stream running, but take a quick break and then load up City Skylines. So thanks everybody for watching this episode of Riding the Rails, our deconstruction, reconstruction episode, really. So until next time, I'll see everybody in games for Riding the Rails. Riding the Rails retro style. Yes, now we can quit the desktop. Thanks. All right, be right back, everybody.